Yaskier like on a battlefield, and he's like running around scared, and he's literally just like fuck, fuck, fuckity, fuck, 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 and like that's like the first 2 minutes, and you're just like, what am I watching?
Honestly,
I still watched it, but it was
the games are also kind of fuck up the lore, like the background of a lot of stuff. Like they're fun, but they're not exactly faithful to the books.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I would like to read the books eventually if I get around to it. I only played the third game, but I did like every fucking quest, so I know the lore of that game pretty well.
Yeah, I think at that point, just reading the book is going to be more faithful to the lore than replaying the other games.
I wouldn't play the first and second game. I've heard that they did not age well at all.
I actually recently played through them. Mechanically, they don't, but they're still pretty entertaining. I'm pretty excited for when
Mhm.
they remake the first one.
Yeah, I would play a remake for sure.
The story's pretty bad in the first one, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
It's I would say like they tried to adapt the books, but with different characters. And the second one's story's good. It's just that the like mechanics are pretty frustrating.
I like that everybody's here at 7:52. This is the first. I think there's
New
a there's
content.
I think there's a couple people that are offline. If you're just offline because you're like holding buffs or whatever, that's fine. Um, I have a bunch of mighty frost protection potions. If you didn't already, please trade me and I'll give you a stack of them. We're gonna use those on a noob. And then the last thing I just wanted to plug is, well, actually not really the last thing. The last ping I sent in raid discussion mentioned a couple things. One of them is some helpful macros that Sharp put together for us for faction champs. So take a look at those. Um, and also, he gave me a different macro that's in there. That was in the pin, or sorry, it was in the ping I sent, but not in the pin. Um, I want to make sure everybody has that. It's to cancel a couple things that increase your HP. We're going to use that for a noob. So just make sure you have those ahead of time. And then also download Thames. It'll be a lot easier for you to download it from their website. If you're trying to download it from somebody linking it in raid chat, it's going to take like 3 minutes for your game to download it. So if you're like last minute getting Thames, please grab it now.
Where did you
Uh,
say the cancel macro is pinned in?
Here, one sec. It's not pinned. I'm just gonna, if you look in raid discussion, I'm gonna at you, and you can just follow this message. So
I will do that after Tim's.
it's a line that says very much like you cancel things that increase your HP and also pop the Mighty Frost Protection Potion. I think what would make sense is because like the goal here is I don't think we're gonna do this with 0 wipes tonight, but I would like to try to get it with less than 5 wipes tonight for the next best version of the chest loot. So I think what would probably make sense is like between each boss or like set of bosses, just take a minute. Not like I don't want to spend too much time, but just like take a moment, make sure everybody knows what's coming up, and then we'll start the encounter, finish it, and kind of just refresh for the next one. Um, should be a pretty quick raid.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, around the 15 minutes for some guilds.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
I was also gonna say I know that like a lot of people noticed like, oh, look at the tech that like Beef Bar used for this boss or whatever. For this week, anything that like we haven't already discussed, we're not gonna like throw in last minute. So we'll just kind of, if some of the strats look kind of boomery, then we can touch them up for next week maybe. But for this week, we're just gonna do what's in the sheet. So I guess we can start getting buffed up. Again, I think I have a few more stacks than I should right now. If you didn't get a stack of Mighty Frost Protection Potions, just trade me. Um,
Do we will we need the frost protection up in the first 2 minutes, or should I start with a haste pot?
start with haste.
yeah, you mean pre-pot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can, it's gonna be at the end of the fight, so you can definitely pre-pot like your normal combat potions, but try to hold. I mean, I guess everybody, I imagine tanks probably will be using their indestructible, or maybe healers will need mana, but for damage dealers, it's very likely Mighty Frost is going to be your best bet. At least for progression, we might not do this forever, but it'll be helpful now.
We can do a ready check at 59 and then start.
I think everybody's got assist. I don't need it.
Oh, people that do have assist, if you could go into DBM, go to Anubarak and the penetrating cold section, could you uncheck set icons on penetrating cold targets? I'm not sure if like multiple people have it, if it's gonna mark different people, different marks.
This is
Oh
kind
my
of
God,
another
yeah.
reason to just use the Foji weak aura.
Yeah, I want to give people options.
You're talking about the DBM one, right? Not Thames?
Yeah, DBM. Does Thames do it too?
No, I just thought that's what Sis was getting at.
No, Thames and Foji are different things.
They're rivals, but Thames is way
Thames
better.
does have a weak aura I've seen, I think, for penetrating cold, but I don't think it has like numbers.
Yeah, it might just be like a flashing thing on the raid frames.
There's a feast down. Let's get full buffed up here. If you grabbed the midsummer things, don't forget to pop those.
Can we get Hellstones?
I guess for beasts, I feel like there's not too much to talk about. The only thing I will say is, for the first boss, Gormak the Impaler, for damage dealers, let's try to go light on using cooldowns. I would say anything longer than like anything 2 minutes or longer, hold those for the second boss. When the second bosses come out, we're going to use heroism on them early. This is more of a progression strat, but we'll be using that just to blast acid ball. Um, so try to have your other CDs up. Don't really use anything above 2 minute cooldowns on Gormak. Other than that, I can't think of any Beasts of Northrend things to mention.
Can we move up to the gate?
Oh, yeah, I'm not like, are we, Kazi, you pulling on this? Because I'm like,
No, I don't have to.
okay.
There's
Well,
a bit of
alright.
RP though, so yeah, I
Yeah,
actually am.
Yeah, let's get everybody, just come in the middle, just so we know everybody's here.
You need something? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, champions. You have heard the call of the Argent Crusade, and you have boldly answered.
Will we have to initiate combat, or is it going to be automatic?
It'll be automatic.
Not of us.
It's just RP City right now.
Those of you who survived
Imagine playing with the sound
Oof.
on.
Anyone else just got chills?
I think also when we go into the second phase, I think that's when we want the frost aura from one of the pallies. I think that'll be okay. We already have it on, so I guess that's fine.
We don't have it on, but Oxy will.
Sorry, I meant fire. Excuse me.
Melee can start here.
5, 4, 3.
Ranged, make sure you're more than 15 yards away from the boss.
Watch out front you, UMD cat.
Oh, sorry.
Stuck on the left leg. If you get fire, just stop to the right.
Go ahead, Cat.
Run the snowbolts in. Just bring him into the melee stack.
And melee just cleave off of him.
Melee should be swapping to the snowball.
Not everybody. People who are doing it know who they are. Just bring that one in. Let me get more ranged on these snowballs. I don't want these piling up.
Can we stop moving?
Oxytoning now.
There's gonna be another kobold. After this, I think there's 4. Yep. Let's finish off the kobolds before we burn the boss, so we don't have them up for the transition. So please everyone swap to...
Oxy still has a bleed on him, keep him up. So Acid Maul is first. Make sure we get big CDs, big MDs into Oxy.
Sebit, are you IAing?
Sorry, I meant Kathea. And let's hero now, please, on Acid Maul.
No.
Post on if you're super low right now.
Dead.
I taunted.
Just battle res him if we can, thank you. Get him up quickly, please.
We need heals up
Keep
here.
cat up, get out.
That's a lot of people dead. Yeah, it's a wipe.
Alright. Just stand in the green.
All these suckers that got the summer buffs get fucked.
It looked like you're still taking pretty nasty impale damage.
Yep. It was. I mean, it's on me for like a clean 40 seconds after.
I wonder if
Also, do we want people res walking?
Yeah, it's fast.
So one thing is like I got paralyzing poison or whatever, and like so I was stuck. I think like the whole range got hit by poison there. We're supposed to be more spread out, right?
yeah, so the range, I think it's like yeah, range should be spread. None of you guys should be stacked. And then if you get the paralytic toxin, it should only be hitting like one person. It shouldn't be hitting a group. But if you get it, you want to like run over to Oxy, and what it will do is like over time it'll reduce your movement speed. So like the slower you get over there, the worse it's going to be. So if you get it, just go right over to pretty much if you just stand on top of Oxy, the mob he's tanking will cleanse it off of you, and you'll be good to go. I'm not sure if I think I did call for the wrong MD there. That should have been to Cap, but I'm not sure if that was like why he turned around and spit. But yeah, I do see that he kind of blasted you guys. You know what? Do you think so we're 4 healing this? Do you think it'd make more sense if we just have Vines also healing right now?
Sure.
I think that could be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
burning
would you
piles a lot of...
would you mind Vines just while we're learning? Thanks, man. Alright. I'm just gonna I know you are gonna begin mana and shit for a second, but here's just a general ready check. There is a feast down, there's a couple people missing it, and make sure you flash. There's one missing. So just grab your feast. We'll let Vines get some mana, and then we will continue. Alright, I guess we can do I'll just do like a pull 20. I'm not sure. Here, Kazak can start it. I'm not sure if we immediately go into combat for like if you're pre-popping armor, sorry.
I potted haste like 5 seconds before DBM said combat was supposed to start, but I think it locked me out of my repot.
Hailing from the deepest, darkest caverns of the Storm Peaks, Gormak the Impaler. Battle on, heroes.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Top of the snowball.
Am I taunting?
You can do it after 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Bring that vassal in, please.
Is he taunting?
Get this last snowball down.
Yourselves heroes for the Twin Terrors, Acid Maw and Dread Scale. Enter the arena.
5,
So both tanks have a couple stacks of impale. Make sure they're getting big heals.
1.
Oxy, you want to desack right now?
Sure.
Let's hero now, please. Move to Burning Vial melee. Probably going to want to hit boots.
Careful about running in front.
Same thing melee. Grim, when you're free, can you pick up Kazi?
Watch the poison. Don't run through the poison. Vance, can you give me some space here?
Looks like an aggro reset whenever they reemerge.
Yeah, and Cat is dead.
Yeah, just we can wait
I
this one.
taunted.
I think that was kind of unfortunate at the start, it being melee twice, but it just kind of is showing us it's not like the most forgivable mechanic. This is like supposed to be one of the harder things outside of a noob in here. I think maybe if melee are making a point of being like to the right of Acid Maw's leg, we can get over there faster.
They fought valiantly.
We might want to even just split into 2 groups.
Let us observe a
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Maybe we just do a few on each leg.
Yeah, like
Or you know what I mean?
group 1 left side, group 2 right side, and just stay 10 yards apart. Because that's a lot of shit to heal through whenever you're. I think the toxin debuff, and then they're all getting a tick of the fire debuff when they're clearing it. Just kind of too much.
Just another thing, if you're having since Oxy's so far away, I don't think that DSAC hit the melee, any of the melee at all. It only hit like Vines and a few other people since he's so far from the raid and it's only a 30-yard
Got
AoE.
it. Thanks, I didn't even consider that.
We've also got like at least 4 deaths. 2 people getting hit by the breath from the boss. So I'll try and position them better so that you guys have like a good avenue to come up, like, and be in my hitbox without having to be like in front for that cleave. But the poison that you're trying to remove is like 6k every so often, and the breath is like, it will kill you. So it's better to wait and do it careful than rush.
I know we didn't make it too far into the 2 worms, but are you kiting the dread skill?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there was a poison that I moved him away from, but it was kind of in line from where melee was running, so
okay.
I'll probably do it a little different this time.
So are we doing 2 melee stack for this attempt?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try group 1 on the left and group 2 on the right. And then, like, if you have poison, you can't spread it to other people, so it's okay to, I guess, run through.
Also, rogues, you can use, rogue, Grim, you can use Cloak to remove the poison debuff.
We don't lose anything from having NR totem down, right?
I don't think so, no. So we have,
Yeah, like we should definitely have that, right?
yeah, thanks, Haku, and thanks, Sis. Alright,
Yeah, it's fine.
you guys have a good, I'm just gonna do a pull 10. Still not, I didn't see, it seems like kind of pre-potting that side from armor is kind of dead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hailing from the deepest, darkest caverns of the Storm Peaks, Gormak the Impaler. Battle on, heroes!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For snowballs.
Am I taunting?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll just do every 3.
Okay.
There's a snowball in front on Cat. Maxi taunting in 3, 2, now.
Steel yourselves, heroes, for the Twin Terrors, Acid Maw and Dread
Um.
Scale. Enter the arena!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hero, please. Be separated left or right leg melee.
In front. Don't be in front.
Grim, can you get Thrawn up?
Don't run away from the melee, please.
Who do you want MD?
Cathea still has SMO.
Make sure tanks have him first. Oh, okay.
Onto Jed.
Let's start rotating AMs. We're still doing the melee stacks. Group 2 on the right. Group 2 on, 1 on the left.
Keep going, keep going.
Make sure we're spread.
By the way, can you onk? Vines, can you get Bella up? Or says.
It's also
Okay.
Make sure we're spread.
Moving. Careful, pool.
Grim, can you give your innervate to Sis?
Introduction of our next combatant. Ice Howl. Kill or be killed, champions.
You can just take him where he stands.
Melee, make sure you're standing at max melee distance here.
Yep.
Or from him as you can be.
Ideally angled to the wall in case you do get knocked back.
I'll see Frostros, please.
Thank you. I'm gonna angle him in a little bit so y'all can use the walls and knockback.
Good job. Crash in 5.
Right, so just if he's coming towards you, stay on the wall, stay on the wall. Make sure he's not hitting you. Okay, now just make sure he's not where you're not where he's running right now.
Wide berth.
Open.
Good job.
And
Use CDs here, anything you got? But that's the full cycle of what he does.
Mm-hmm. Sure, we're
be bringing him
spreading
back
out.
to the same spot.
Yeah, the mana looks good, so let's keep Oxy up and we can just bleed him out.
There is an enrage in a
Very-
minute.
Oh.
And the next crash is going to be the enrage.
Can you leave him here, Oxy? Don't kite him. Don't take him
Yep.
back to the gate. Just stay here so we can just
Hold on.
get a little bit more damage in.
I don't know if he crashes again during enrage or not.
I think he one shots everyone with the crash.
Oh, okay. 20 seconds. Let's see if he does.
Yeah.
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 Alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
wait,
so
wait,
close.
Domingo.
Get a
It's getting
Domingo.
Oh my god.
Refresh dots, kill it. Go Oxy.
Do you have full H?
Easy.
I have boots.
I think that it's time to boots.
Could you imagine our first kill like this?
Uh,
There.
apparently I can't even imagine that.
Oh man, so close.
That was good for third attempt. I think we got it this time.
Yeah, first cycle through. Does anybody have any? I want to see what the group of deaths was.
It was the we got
Burning
knocked
Mine.
we got knocked back into getting everyone balled, so all the melee got like the stack and burn everyone around them, so we all died together.
You got knocked back into it.
So because he's stationary, so he does his whirlwind, so he knocks everyone back,
Mm-hmm.
and then he hits all of us with the ball, whatever it's
Oh.
called.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's Reaper, Holyfest, Kaz, we all got killed by that.
Yeah, Bella and Frond too.
Yeah, and this I think is just the range, I guess, being too close to the melee, because yeah, I guess I don't know.
I also noticed for that before the first submerged, the last 2 poison sprays hit both melee groups. So just make sure we're in 2 like completely exclusive groups so it doesn't splash over.
And I think when they're moving, they don't only do like a frontal spray. It's only when they're stationary that they do like a AOE bile. So as soon as it goes back to being moving, we can stack again.
Spikes, let me know when you're good. And I'll just do a pull 10.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, Hero, do you want me to just permanently hold Ice Howl wherever he's at the wall?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
2.
I think we're just losing small amounts of uptime, and if there's a benefit to taking him back to the gate, I am not sure what it is.
The cubby felt pretty comfy, but I don't know if it's worth the loss of uptime. Or like worth moving him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taunting. 3, 2, 1, now.
Get lazy on these snowbolts, guys. Bring it into melee. Bring it into melee.
Get taunting in 3, 2 now.
Bring that one into melee quickly, please. Swap to this one. Let's get it down before these worms. Good job.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bear with him, please. Try to be split. Careful where you're standing as you get in front of Oxy.
Acid right under him, so careful.
You get back, make sure you're either on the left or right side melee. Asimov's almost down. Quick finish on Asimov. Good job. Alright, left or right leg still. Let's get spread ranged. Make sure you're not stacked.
Had to turn him a little
I'm-
bit. Be careful about being in front.
I'm paralyzed.
Come out to Cybot. Oh, where are you? Are
Grim,
you
can
with
you get,
Amelie?
Grim, can you get
I'm-
mindset?
She can't move.
Hey, I have a soul stone.
Okay, okay. Good
I'm
call
just
then.
next to you. Just wait.
One more submerge, still alive.
Spread Amelie.
Vines, once this guy dies, get Grim up. Keep Cat up too. Don't let her die. Is someone able to go to her with the file?
Yeah, I'm headed there now.
Thank you.
It's about to end.
I'm gonna follow up.
Hey, we have last guy's coming in now. Make sure we get buffs on both of the druids.
Very good job. Everyone's up. Should be a kill as long as no one fails.
Frostros?
You swapping?
Max melee DPS. Her range.
Just make sure you're not in the way. Good job. Use your CDs here. Let's pump them down. So we'll leave him here when he's done being stunned. Melee, make sure you are max melee distance so you don't get hit by this whirlwind that he's going to do. Ready to move out of here. Comes the ice breath.
The monstrous menagerie
Great
Nice.
job.
been vanquished.
Are we on hard mode right now, like heroic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get mana.
Did if we weren't. That'd be so tilting.
You know because there's a hero rake on the top of the.
Yeah, I saw
items?
that just now. You can't do
Bella,
both every week, right?
Bella, I'm just gonna shoot that to you. If you could just keep track of the ones you learn, I suppose.
5,
Yeah, you cannot.
3, 2, 1.
I knew Caster Loot and Tank Loot was coming after Haiku seeded the instance.
Forth your next challenge. Stand by for his
Got about a
This
minute of
this
RP.
one should be pretty simple. Healers, don't forget about the sorry, I just got my notes mixed up. Don't forget about the incinerate flesh debuff. Keep an eye on that, and then melee just and DPS just hit shit as it spawns. It's gonna be pretty target dummy fight.
Do you want me pulling him to and stacking him on the portals and volcanoes?
If you can, yeah. At the very
Easy.
least,
Yep.
the portals.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense to hold here, or we just use it at the start? Does it just start?
Yeah, just start.
Okay. If there's multiple ads and things spawned, prioritize a portal, because that will prevent more things from spawning. Otherwise, just hit what you can. And DKs are kicking everything. Nobody else needs to kick anything off of Draxus other than the spell seals and purges. Shaman should be helping purge.
Starting in 10.
Five, four,
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Quickly, heroes! Destroy the demon lord before it can open a portal to its twisted demonic realm.
You face Daraxus, Eladar Lord of the Burning.
Heroism, please.
He said the thing.
Make sure you're cutting out the flames.
We'll swap to the portal.
The mistress after the portal.
Make sure we're still interrupting them. Very good job on the dispels.
Can this Infernal be on Draxus?
They pulse an
Yeah,
AoE after a little bit.
Watch out. Just watch your feet, melee. Oxy, we might need to move a little bit. Alright, we're fine. Never mind.
It
Sorry.
seems to only be 4k ticks.
It is all over us, though. Oxy and maybe DSEC too.
Already popped mine.
Probably getting one more portal soon. Hard swap to it. Yep.
Mistress of Pain, they're from Black Temple.
We get a DSEC here.
They're all on
Aiming.
Finish the mistress. Grim, can you pick up vines?
Stay on top of the interrupts. Let's say next volcano maybe in 5.
Ignore it and just burn the boss. Can't just pick up the Infernals. Good job.
Easy game.
Okay, let's all be where X is right now. The Horde champs are gonna jump down from the south.
Oh, dude, King Ren up there.
So much tank loot, wow.
Tanks are melee.
The Alliance doesn't need the help of
You
Are
want
you-
a aim shot for this or no?
Horde
Fight
fight
it.
alliance, right?
No, we don't need aim shot for this.
Everyone, calm down.
Wait, what? We only need. Well, we wanted the one though, right?
I think it's because you have me as a wound. I guess that's why we don't need a hem shot, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna have a rogue just kind of spam wind poison, fan and ice.
Do you want me to use also a mind numbing for the increase cast time?
If you
I think
want,
so. Yeah, I
is
think
it
that's what we talked about.
would it be
Yeah.
better spreading that out, like having Grim do that, or do you just
I
want
think
to do
he
both?
can do both simultaneously. I think it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because for me it's a bit better if you want to have Grim's take assassination, but if he goes combat, then he can do like crippling and anything else. And probably wound again, just to make sure that he's always up.
All right. There are.
Yeah, wait.
No
We
tanking
need
in
Hungering
this.
Cold here, yeah. So if you have like a PvP off spec, swap to it quickly before this starts.
I just think they jump down. We have to engage them to start the fight, I think.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, and you see there they are.
No mercy, Horde champions. Loktar Ogar!
So look at your signs. Yeah, Thren. Just for like massive annoyance and interrupt and stuff like that. Salt and Badmir are just gonna be alternating between sheeping and fearing. If we want to have Salt starting with sheeps and then Badmir picking up with fears, just kind of call it out or just look for it. That's pretty much all you guys are doing. I don't care if you don't cast any damage spells the whole fight as long as they're locked down. And all the DKs are going to be kiting the melee dudes outside of the stack. Most of the fight is going to happen where the Horde people are now. Except for the melee dudes who are going to be gripped and kind of kited outside of the group. Let's see. Yeah, Thrakgar first.
I'm trying to find. Okay, there's the druid.
Yeah, Druid's there. He'll be second.
Did I? Never mind.
There should be a third healer.
The moon, Kephas.
I was. If you'd want, we could demote the druid once in the prio and just have like somebody banish the elemental.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
have Warwick banishing.
Okay, gotcha. My bad. Okay, so is everybody cool with what they're doing? And other than I'll mention how we're gonna start the fight in a moment, but other than the absolute start, is everybody cool with what we're doing here? Does anybody have any questions about their role right now?
Are we doing any sort of attempting to tank anything, or should I just be moving Beacon around?
Just moving around. I don't think
Yeah,
we
we're
can.
not gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
What exactly am I doing?
DPSing. Oh, sorry.
And
Paladin
you'll be like,
DPS.
so that the paladin that you're assigned to, you're basically just gonna be keeping him off the healers. So like, if he's just trying to like follow a healer, you can just keep chains on him, death grip him, prevent him from casting, just kind of like sit on him and make sure that he's not getting shit off.
Got it.
Do you see which guy that is? It's
Yeah, I got him.
okay. I have mine focus targeted.
Yeah, I just did
recommend
that too.
So what we're gonna do for the pull here is we'll do like a pull 10 and Spikes is gonna run in to like the center of them with a bop on him and he's gonna press Hungering Cold, which is gonna like freeze them all, and then they're gonna immediately shrink it. And then we're just gonna kind of like everybody's gonna go to their assignments. If you don't have specific like assignments, you'll just be damage dealing the kill order. Just play smart, be conservative and don't die. Damage is like not as important as survival. And then I think too, like we could probably have you guys put like frost traps in like as Spikes is going down, or sorry, yeah, frost traps down to like put them between us and them, so they'll get their trinkets off, and then if they try to run to the healers, they'll be slowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Like probably here, I guess maybe we could say just like Blaze, you can be that green one, and Frond, I'll put a purple one down for you, like to the side of it. And then if you're a healer or a clothy especially, if you like, you can kind of just know that those traps will be down, and if you need to kite things, which hopefully you don't need to too much, there will be frost on the floor around those.
Yeah. The only thing I can see happening where people just get popped is if the rogue shadow steps and just starts wailing on people.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah. Other than that, all the other melees should be able to just be gripped as they kind of pull away and head towards people.
Alright, we can do a pull 10, just get the first one in the books, kind of realize what we're doing here. A couple people have mad low flasks, just make sure they don't drop throughout the fight. Everyone's ready, so we'll do a pull 10. I guess Arloon, as this ticks down, as the pull timer gets to like 2, can you put Hand of Protection on Frost Spikes? And then Spikes, I would just boots in, get like right in Moon's face, jump and press Hunger and Cold.
Yep.
Alright. And then like everyone else should be 10 feet behind him. I don't want all 12 of them just dunking on him immediately. So at like the 2-second mark, Arloon is when you wanna do that.
5,
Copy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Very nice. Let's hero. Is the shaman down?
Not yet, 30%.
Okay.
Fabmir is down, so
Yeah,
help
yeah.
on CCs.
Oh,
Myself as
yeah,
well.
shit. Get her up, please, Vines.
Yeah, Super, could you start fearing? Thran, can you throw out your fear?
I already used it.
Okay.
I have the majority of them on me.
Looks like Resto Shaman's down. Switch to X, Resto Druid. And then that should free you up, Warwick, to fear people.
I can do a fear bomb if you need.
I would just say use it as you need to. Keep yourself safe. Whack, you might want to run. Grim, would you want to pick Soltarian up? Are we on the priest right now?
On the druid,
Yeah, next still.
Okay. I see.
he's almost dead.
Yep.
And then Bisque priest second, or third.
Again, if something's near you and you're ranged, move away.
Yeah, especially clothies. Like if they're following you, just let the melee keep them off you, but you can't just stop and hard cast.
D-Sax will be back up if you, whenever you want to call for him.
Oh, he's fine.
How's the disc priest looking?
Almost
Almost
dead.
dead.
After this, swap to the hunter, please. Roth,
I'm
who were
down.
you assigned
Star.
to?
Star, Gorgrim,
But
DK.
definitely. All right, I'll pick him up.
This one.
Fearing again. Fine, if you can just use yours when it's up.
When Skull goes down, go to Star if his health is still how it is.
It should be all the healers are dead. So everything we do is gonna stick.
Okay, so go to Star. And then we can go do X, I think is probably the next best. It's kind of on the far side, but just finish down far.
Dude, this warrior's fucking me up.
Move away from him.
I was trying.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
We're on Skull, right?
Yep, yeah, no Skull. And then Priest is X, so Skull and then X. And X. I'll just mark him Skull. Put an X on the warrior, so Skull and then X.
Move away from warrior, play storm.
Just finish him off. Good job, guys.
Very good job.
This fight sucks. They all want to like aggro. They're all attacking me, and I can't backstab.
They know your class.
It's not bad.
It's like I don't know if they just fixate or if there's like a somewhat of a threat table or something. I don't know.
It's
No
a
threat.
fixate. It's a fixate, but I did see earlier. I was watching like Noted GDKP doing it, and their enhanced shaman had 8 of the mobs on them. So I don't know.
Excellent.
They like
Great one
fixate
shot.
and add like 4 million threat, so
He probably like popped Sham Rage and they were like, "Whoa, this guy's scary," and then that's why they had a dogpile him.
It was crazy. Yeah, that mage is toxic. I got counterspelled so many times.
Yeah.
Yo, I got absolutely dogpiled by like 4 of them. I have no idea why they just wanted my ass.
They kept dispelling my fairy fire.
Okay.
And I took that personally.
So if we could look at the diagram The 4 big circles are where the portals are gonna spawn. So just look at if you're getting light essence. Just look where you are and grab it. Everyone else grab dark.
Do you want us clicking off like shadow res? And are we not running fire res, or are we running everything?
Definitely click off shadow res because I think that prevents soaking the beneficial buff.
And where do you want to? Where are we supposed to be desacking? It's just like when we're rune swapping or like whatever swapping.
Yeah. So the highest damage output of the fight is after Lightbane does her light thingy, the raid switches to light during that, and then whenever they're going back to dark, they might be getting like just peppered with orbs. So that's the biggest part.
I'm just doing this one since you can just pop it on now. And then we can keep going. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment there.
Good.
Congrats, cat.
Any other questions for this fight? It's mostly the soakers, just like playing Pong and keeping the light orbs off of the raid stack. And the only thing we really have to do is swap to light. We'll just call it out. Okay, just a quick ready check.
If you swapped specs for your champs, make sure you're swapping back.
Yeah.
And here's a feast, which I think we don't have down.
I just want to make sure. So I grab Dark Essence and then I never switch ever. Is that what this says?
Correct. Yeah. During the light essence AOE, you're just gonna pop a heavy cooldown, so either IBF or AMS to survive through it.
Okay.
And then for the light essence, whenever Darkbane does her dark AoE, I specifically chose Shadow Priests and Hunters, so you can use your immunities to survive it without having to swap.
Says it's Domingo and the 2 hunters. Do you 3 understand that? Like why he picked you? Pretty much just say like the tyrants are.
Yeah, because we're smoking.
Okay. Alright.
Yep. And then we'll just call out whenever we need to swap from dark to light. And then we'll just call to swap back over to dark.
So as we're soaking light, we're gonna constantly DPS dark, right?
No, you'll still be using. You'll be hitting the other one. You'll be hitting the making the most out of your debuff.
Yeah, if we have the
Buff, I
light
should say.
debuff, doesn't that mean we want to hit the dark one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you're hitting the target that everybody else isn't hitting.
Okay.
Sorry, I see what you're. My bad.
Yeah, as long as cleave isn't detrimental to your single target damage, they do share a health pool, so any free damage is good. But over anything, you guys should be like playing a shield to the big stack and absorbing all the light orbs.
Should we not be running into trap or?
Because
trap's a huge amount of damage, but
yeah,
if that prevents us from soaking, I don't know.
I'll leave it up to you. If you find like a couple seconds where you can do it, and just like jump back out.
Good day to you.
Starting.
Yeah. Just prioritize orbs. If there's not any that you're gonna block, you can run in and trap quick.
If you're soaking dark, stand over here, please, where I'm jumping. There should be a portal spawning over here soon.
When are we lusting on that fight? Are we waiting until the
It'll probably be like the first point where we all have a light vortex.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it'll be very early in the fight.
Are we going up to light S1 or?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can grab your essence now. And then we're pretty much going to tank both bosses where Lightbane is now, currently. Just, if you have dark, make
Some
sure
people
not
have
to...
light that shouldn't have
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah. I think we're way too much on light.
Yeah, there should only be 4 people with light
Twin
essence.
Blaze, Frond, and myself. Everyone else is dark.
Yep.
So warlocks
So-
can
so-
snapshot on the dark one. Are we not doing that for this attempt?
You can, if you want, as long as you're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, tank anyone's DPS. Okay, I guess one less ready check.
Wait, who are the light? Who are the light ones?
the hunters.
Twin Blaze, Frond, me.
And Domingo.
Check your flasks, by the way. Some faded and some are under 2 minutes.
Good catch. Everyone's ready. Yeah, we'll just periodically make callouts if we need to single target a certain person based on shields. And we'll make a callout of if dark needs to change to light. But
And
that's
if I'm-
pretty much it.
And if I understand the shit properly, we're all MDing and tricksing Cat at the start.
Yeah, she'll be on Fiola.
Yeah.
Everyone is ready. I'm gonna do a pull 10. Here we go. So we'll just hero pretty much right at the start then.
4, 3, 2, 1.
In the name of our Dark Master, for the Lich King, you will die.
Shouldn't Deep Dark be very close in? Or very tightly stacked?
Yeah. Yep, on his butt. Her butt, its butt?
Her works. So the first big special ability is coming in 15 seconds. Could be any of the 4.
There was a bunch of white balls in front of the boss that got through.
It's okay. Cat, if you could try to absorb those in front of the
That's
boss.
on me. I'm trying.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Twins pact, switch to the dark. Gotta burn that shield.
Yeah,
I
I gotta
got
burn the
before.
shield.
We'll just have to be faster with it. Next ability in 25.
That one miss.
Stay on her. Oh wait, no, it's on. Oh,
Yeah, we're not changing at all.
We had a deterrence there.
It's alright.
pick Frond up, please.
Yep, pick him up and then go back to light essence, please, Frond. So next one is either light shield or the light AoE.
So get ready to grab light.
Yep, about 12 seconds. Yep, swap to light now.
And then when this ends, we're going back shadow.
Yep.
Can boots over there and back.
Try to dodge orbs if you can. This is where DC for.
Popped one.
And then the next one is the light shield, which just keep staying on light bane.
Nice.
And that's the fight. It kind of resets from there.
Yeah, so the next one can be any of the 4.
Yeah.
Can we get Bella up, or should we save
Yeah,
it?
if you can stand. If not, we can have Grim do it.
I can.
Okay, Grim, you get her. And also Innovator once she's up.
Next ability suit. Switch to dark. They healed again.
Yeah.
Do we need
I
to
think-
change
yeah, I think we
polarity
need to
there because
change,
we're not
and
doing
then-
that?
You think we
Let's
need to?
switch.
Okay.
I mean, don't do it right this second. It was during the cast, but now we know. Just keep pumping on Fiola for now. If you're dark, it's good practice, even if this winds up being stretched too thin for this attempt.
Yeah. Switch to light.
Quickly. Can hit Adis. And back to dark. And on Fielda once you have Shadow again.
Dang, Enrage is in 65.
Yeah, it's fine. We let too much heals go through, so we'll just. I think we should
Just a
just keep doing it
practice
for
step.
practice, just to get another like special ability or two, but probably not this one. Just rotted a bit.
Yeah, that was my bad. Should have just called a
No,
switch
no,
to
no,
light.
no, no, no.
Right,
This is
these are.
dark vortex, so easy peasy for this one.
Do we know who are like backups if we have all of our soakers dead and no B-reses? Who's running out?
Yeah, I guess we didn't establish that. We could name like 1 or 2 people just for the sake of being safe.
No.
No?
Yeah.
The only other person that can do it is I guess like Disc Priest.
I mean,
That really would
Really-
only be.
it's like an emergency thing.
Yeah.
And we at the moment we have Vines healing like a Archer. It's pretty mobile, I think, right?
Yeah, the only thing is, during the AoE, they would have to switch, or else they'll just get gibbed.
Can you?
But that's.
Can you ice block the?
Back up out of the middle, please.
Hey Quinn,
Face-
can we switch spots? You take the middle one, I'll take the outside.
Yeah, I can put it back.
So, wait, Soaker 2 or Soaker 3?
Soaker 2. You're Soaker 2.
I
Alright.
swapped it in the assign sheet. That was good. Again, if I did a little bit more research, that would have been a kill.
What was the problem? What do we do wrong?
So, whenever we're in dark and we're hitting dark, we do less damage. And whenever Dark's shield is up, we have to burn through the shield before we can interrupt the heal. But since pretty much the whole raid is in dark, we're just not doing enough damage to burn through the shield.
So what are we doing differently there?
We're gonna swap to light to burn through the shield.
Also a good spot to
Gotcha.
pop hero.
Is that
I know you can see more than one, but
That actually would be a massive spot to hero.
yeah.
But I don't want to risk a potential wipe since we're already at 4 wipes for that.
Is
don't
that
know why it's
also
not.
a good place to desac? And like, it seems like we're only gonna be running over every once in a while, right? So we're only doing that like 2 times per fight. We have 3 desacs. Do you want me to just desac when we do that swap there? Since we're gonna be getting hit by dark bubbles, since they're not getting, unless are the soakers supposed to be swapping to dark?
No.
No, Soaker stay up full time.
So we're going to be getting hit by the Dark Orb. So that's what I'm saying.
I think for this one, the only thing we should really change would just be saying swap the light, swap the orb, I should say, just to make that more clear when we get that call. So if it's like um, for the vortex or pack, if it's light, then we'll swap for it, and then if it's dark, we'll just do what we were doing.
And just save Hero for the Dark Shield.
I think I jumbled that as I said it, but we know what we're saying, and you can just listen to us.
Okay.
So do you think it's a better use? I still kind of feel like healing at the start is better because it is not that it's a race, but I don't think like if we're heroing for to like beat the damage on the heal, if we're swapping for the orb, I feel like that's should be sufficient.
Okay. Yeah.
It gets that phase done and over with pretty quick while we're having like Soaker complications and anything else
Right.
like that. I don't know. It's just what I've seen recommended.
All right.
Okay, we'll do it.
Just one thing we can also do to mitigate the damage. It looks like all the light surge is fire damage, and the dark one is dark damage. So we can also use AM to like just mitigate a bit of the damage that we receive.
When are we taking light damage though?
Yeah, like when we're switching back and forth, we can use it to soak a bit more of the orb damage in case people run through.
Yeah, I can swap to fire res and doing that.
All right. Everyone's ready. On you, Roth.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the name of our Dark Master, for the Lich King, you will die.
We're still hearing at the start, right?
No.
Okay.
We're saving it for that light vortex.
Okay.
Or sorry, not the light vortex.
Dark Shield.
Mhm.
Get Quinn up, please.
Good job. That was the easy one, so
Yeah, no one should have swapped there. So next ability is coming from Shadow.
next ability's in 5.
Let the dark consume you.
So dark vortex. Don't need to do anything.
Probably need deterrence.
I thought that was when I hit 100 stacks.
No, it's
Graham,
as
pick up
soon as
Ron, please. It's really just for the dark vortex. That's when you're gonna get blasted.
Okay.
So I think what we're gonna get next is the
light AoE.
the
yeah.
light heal. So it could be either, right?
No, it's the light AoE. So we'll need the swap to light.
Well, yeah, we'll be swapping to light either way.
Swap to light and just stay light. Don't swap back to dark. Oh, swap to light, swap to light.
No. Swap light. Get a lot of damage in
Actually,
on.
hero, right?
A lot of damage on X. We need to be light. We need to be
Hero?
light. Good kick. Yeah, hero. We're down. Keep blasting. Just get back to dark and hit skull. Alright, close just a little bit. I need to understand why that damage got so bad during the
We
what I
all
was
got blasted
talking
by
about.
Dark orbs.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying to use D-Sax there.
Yeah. Make sure you're light for this.
Like, the only other option would be having the Soaker swap, but that seems rough.
Yeah, that's because we're light for longer, the dark orbs hitting us is a lot more raid damage.
It's just too dark.
Too dark, yeah. Well,
Again, it's too
Yeah, I
late.
think that's that's what I.
Everyone's dead, yeah.
So the
don't release it.
the reduced damage isn't like crazy, I found. So
I don't think we've used any of the red cooldowns there when we switch to light.
But yeah, we were told to use them for when we're running, like when we're running to go back to dark.
Sorry, just a sec. I'm just still looking at the burst damage. Okay, I'll try to be more clear about it. So when we're gonna hero is gonna be during the sorry, wait 1 second.
No, I accidentally buffed Shadow Protection.
Oh yeah, don't keep that on, please. Right, so when it'll be during one of the twins packs, I'll call for hero, but we just want to make sure that does happen. And then I think the other thing that we really just need to improve on is the let's
what are you thinking, Ralph?
so you want to hero without switching to light for the
Yeah, or when the Darkbane casts her shield. I think as long as everyone is swapping right away and with hero, I think that should be enough to burn through the shield. And then after that, the only other sketchy part would be the light AoE, but we've already successfully done that in the first pull.
Yeah. Alright.
So yeah, like my logic was us swapping to light for that dark shield is just adding another point of failure. When I think we can just brute force through it.
The other thing I can think is I'm kind of like learning a lot here as we go, and I totally don't have the capacity to be like calling out for paladin CDs. Like says, would you be able to say like when Arloon and Oxy should be doing it, or?
So do you want them when we're running between the portals or just during?
Let's do it when people swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we don't need
when they
3
swap to white.
When the
No.
full stack is light, I'll call them.
Yeah.
Well,
That
wait.
way.
So maybe like you can use yours during that one, and then call for the other 2 at other pain points.
Sis and I have already been whispering around
That is
this.
the painful. That is where we're dying. So yeah, I'll call them out. AMs will be fire res, and D-Sax, D-Sax.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna blast one more of these. I'm just gonna say the name. If you have shadow protection off or prayer of shadow protection, please right click it. It's gonna decrease your damage. So Grim Shady, Kazi Saibot, Frost Spikes, just click it off because it's gonna negatively impact you throughout the fight.
Wait, if we're going to be light when we want to switch to dark, that means you want to AM dark resist, right? Not fire. Or should we do both? Because we're going to be running with light.
We're talking about when everyone with dark shifts to light, which will be. Yeah, you're right. That'll be taking dark damage.
Because we're dark and the light is right next to us.
Yeah, you're right. I misspoke. Yeah, shadow res instead of. Thanks.
You know, this is to start the RP timer. Don't worry about that because I'm just gonna start the RP now, and then I'll do a real pull 10 once they're in the room. Forgot that they don't start combat ASAP. So grab your essence. Alright, here's a real pull 10.
Five, four, three, two, one.
In the name of our Dark Master, for the Lich King, you will die.
Might be way too late to call this out, but save your cooldowns for the dark shield.
Please don't run out of the group to pop the bubbles.
Burst ability is in 4 seconds. Stay on skull.
Swap to light.
Your healer's dead?
Yeah, what? Swap back to dark.
It's Vinesky, Grim up, please. And Grim get Bella.
There's too many people dead.
Yeah.
It's just the wipe. Just run into orbs.
Those orbs on the run over to switch, they're just, that's what's.
Yeah, you gotta play Frogger with them. You
Yeah.
can't get hit by him.
I'm trying to like pop them on the way back for people, but do they splash damage people or no?
They do, yeah. That's why we're stacked as a raid in dark, because every single orb that hits the group, the entire group gets the damage buff.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna say that
think-
was my fault because I called the switch to the light essence too late. It was like halfway through the cast already.
I'm gonna start the RP now. I would say like let's not wait for Res, just run right back in. Because it's like only 2 steps. I'm starting the RP now, so don't be on that side of the room because you're gonna face pull. I don't think it's like I'm not like harping on it. I think what you just said is like kind of enough. We'll just pull again and people be ready for that call.
Sorry, habit. Click off shadow protection again.
Wow, Domingo.
Bruh.
That's just for
Bruh,
DPS,
it's
right?
habit.
I take it
For
back.
healers.
It's Quinn's fault.
If you're a soaker, I guess keep it on.
Still, I think it's still fine for you. It's not a DPS increase. It's a haste increase. So, well, actually, I guess for your role, if you don't care about additional haste, you can leave it on. But
Yeah, I don't need more haste.
okay.
Grab your portals.
Do we get cookies?
All right. Here we go.
Five, four, three, two, one.
In the name of our Dark Master, for the Lich King,
Be on their butts.
will die.
Stability in 10.
Let the dark consume you.
Just stay.
Yep.
You have been measured and found.
Get frowned up.
Next ability should be light. So it's either the shield, which would do nothing for, or the vortex, which we'll switch to light for.
I think if it's the shield, will you hero, right?
No, it's only on the dark
Okay.
shield.
Grim, get Domingo up, please. Make sure Frown doesn't die as well.
And one.
Never mind.
Just burn the shield.
Yeah, burn skull.
No one swapping.
Job.
So this next one is going to be the shield. Okay, everyone swap to the dark NPC. Get debuffs up. Hero now.
Arlen, do
Single, full on dark.
Don't need to swap essences on that.
Nice.
Oxy descent.
Back to skull, back to skull.
Now this next one, we are going to swap to light. swap to light us now.
Swap light now.
Can I get paints up on cat?
Blast the unmarked one. Just sit on the unmarked one for the rest of the fight.
Fast swap to Shadow Res, AM.
They're dead.
Good job.
So wait, so
Ooh,
when
that's
the
perfect,
dark
yeah.
one put a light shield on it, or sorry, the light one put like a dark shield, we weren't supposed to switch to light there?
So the reason, like, it just adds extra damage. That was what we were trying to avoid. Oh, DV, let's go, boys. So the reason we were like holding hero for that was like instead of everybody swapping, we're just gonna hero blast just to get enough damage on the shield and then swap off. So it just kind of makes the fight a little bit simpler. So we only need to switch for light when we get the I just want to make sure I say it right. When we get the light vortex, which is gonna nuke us. So when it's the light heal, we don't necessarily need to swap. We can just use hero, and we'll do enough damage to be able to kick it. But when it's the dark, or sorry, when it's the light vortex, we all have to swap light. Otherwise, you'll just get murdered.
Gotcha. Also, the snow is awesome.
You're gonna.
Did you
I
start
think.
the RP?
I think it auto starts.
Oh, I was okay. I mean, we're killing it. I'm really hyped. It's 9:30 and we're on a noob. A noob is going to be a little bit longer than the previous fights. I just want to once again plug those macros that I mentioned. It's in raid discussion if you didn't already set it up, but please set it up. And if you didn't get a stack of mighty frost protection potions from me, just open trade with me now and I'll trade them to you. But you're going to want to have them and the macro ready to go. I think I have a few more frost protection stacks than I'm supposed to have right now, but
Is this something that we should keybind, or is it like enough time to just click it in a different
I would say click. It doesn't need like if it needs to be. It doesn't need to be like your 3 key or some shit. It'll be like during the third phase.
I macro it into all my abilities.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that.
So this guy's still alive even though we killed him in the dungeon?
He's
We
got that.
didn't kill him.
He's
It
got
was a
that.
setback.
That
Wait, he
Kel's
just
class
goes eat.
vibes.
I thought we
Technically,
killed
he's
him in
already dead
that.
in the
only-
dungeon too.
The only thing I guess I just want to like harp on before we do the first pull is so like we will have some like learning curve with phase 1 and phase 2, but oh also cause I'm gonna mark you as a tank for this fight, right?
Yep.
Sorry. The only thing I was gonna say is when we do get to phase 3 though, it's important, especially for the healers to like get used to it, but also kind of the people in the raid. So we're not gonna sit at like 100% HP. You're gonna kind of be like rotting, and that's fine. And it's kind of like the lower your health, the less damage you're taking. So that's why we have these macros that get rid of like commanding shout and prayer of fortitude, and that's also going to be why you like want to make sure you're not keeping your health up by accident. So like Death Knight's using like Death Strike or something like something that's going to do a lot of self healing. You don't necessarily want that because it's just going to add more damage. So I think kind of one of the bigger things that will be a learning curve here will just be for the healers getting used to the third phase. But I just want to make sure everybody understands that like that's part of the fight where it's like if you have to Hellstone or something to keep yourself alive, that's one thing, but don't just be using self heals constantly that aren't going to be useful. It'll be during P3, so you don't need to use it during the first 2 phases. Can we also get health stones? Here's a feast for the couple people that need it. Anybody have any questions about this fight?
So Cat's main taking the boss.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
the shield bros will be getting the ads.
Yeah. So Arloon, keep and once we get to P3, and I think throughout the fight, keep your beacon on her. I'll keep Sacred Shield on Oxy. You keep it on Kasi. It's in the
Nice.
sheet.
Yeah,
It should
you're
be-
going to
yeah.
be healing the triangle. And just hots on the tanks. No one else. Can we swap a Haku to group 3, please?
Does it matter before?
For his healing totems.
Who's in group 3 that you want him with?
You can swap frost spikes with him. I guess I should ask if ranged benefit from Judgment of Light, or is it only melee attacks?
It's I think hunters do, but warlocks also have self healing from their armor or corruption or whatever.
That's true. So maybe it doesn't matter.
And do you want healers standing with Cat?
Yes, that'd be good. If anything, just you. If the officers don't want to put everyone back there, but the reasoning is that they're going to get healing threat on the ads that spawn. So then they're always going to be, the ads are always going to be running towards the boss, so OTs don't have to fuck around.
Yeah, and I won't have Righteous Fury on.
So vines for wait, so Kaz, your thing in the assigns for penetrating cold, that's just for P3, you mean, right? Like, because the rest of it doesn't need to be that strict. It's just for P3.
Yeah, it's purely just for
Okay.
P3.
So for P3, I believe the add-ons will auto mark the penetrating cold targets vines, and so you'll I mean for you it says like triangle. You'll see somebody get marked with a triangle, and they're just gonna take, I think it's 6K every 3 seconds, and so you just want to make sure that person doesn't die. But yeah, if especially if you have the like in-game markers on your frames, it will be very easy to see them. If you don't, then you can kind of just look away from your frames for a second, or find in your chat box whatever who triangle is and just find them. All right, I'm gonna ready check here and just get the first pull underway. With us being at like 44 remaining, I don't really think it's a big deal. I mean, we like nothing changes loot wise until we get down to 20 wipes. So unless we have 20, like I mean, we might as well just learn by experience instead of talking about it at this point. Just 1 second, sorry. I'll do a pull 10 in like the next minute.
Yep.
Also, cause we're healing like at the start of P3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would want to dabble with just like a P1 burn, but we'll do that in a couple of resets.
Right. Okay.
Just when we got a gear buffer, because it could be wipes, which is not ideal. Kat,
yep.
do you see the purple flare? And I'm sorry if you already know this. About 10 seconds before his phase 2 submerged, do you mind kiting the boss to that flare?
Got it.
Thanks.
I knew that, but I had forgotten, so.
Okay, yeah, that's why I prefaced it with, if you already know it, I'm sorry. Let's see. The tank right and left sides are where we're facing now. The boss is going to be turned, so right side is going to be his Anoob's right. Just to prevent any confusion there. That's all I got. We may call for a bop during phase 2, just to lengthen the time he's submerged on one person.
I'm gonna do this side just to like wake everybody up, and then when this clears, I'm going to pull 10.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like going in my head if I missed anything. Phase 3 should last anywhere from 1.5 to 2 minutes. So just, I guess, be mindful for that. It's not going to be like a quick 30-second phase.
Also, just mention we have 53 minutes on the first boss's loot.
Okay.
Here's a pull 10.
We can probably do like 1 or 2 pulls and then do loot.
Just kill it in 1 or 2 pulls.
Oh, or that.
Okay.
Let's go.
This place will serve as your tomb.
Let's pull down the frost orbs and kill him at the right and left side of his body.
That's not a good spot for future
alright.
pulls.
Yep.
Do you want me to drag it over there? Like in
Don't
between
need
these
a-
two?
Yeah, please.
I'm trying in prison.
What's the kill prior right now?
Burrowers.
Rogan, just make sure you're.
New ads are already up. Dead.
Kite now, right?
Taunted.
Let's
Just swipe.
just wipe this. Wipe this. I think we'll be a little bit more clear on it, and we can just get right back in here.
Or drag, not kite, I meant.
Wait, so Oxy, what were you saying the position at the start was bad for?
Yeah, so the
The-
frost
left
orbs need to
side,
be
the left
pulled and
side.
killed on the foot of the boss.
Yeah.
So it was like way behind.
I think it's spikes. I mean, if you're cool, I can just stop explaining it now. I could put a boss on. Okay, I got you. Okay, if you're good with it, then we won't nitpick it. Not nitpick, but you know what I mean. Let's just try to die quickly and we'll release and go ahead. All right.
Yeah, it just kind of cascaded from that first orb not being at the boss's side. It should be a lot cleaner if we fix that one thing.
I did drag him at the right time though, right?
Yeah, you had the idea.
Yeah, you were
Okay,
good.
just making sure I was looking at the right timer.
Yeah, pretty much the whole pull was scuffed from the start, but we made it to phase 2, which is pretty nice.
That happens on its own every 80 seconds.
You live.
Well,
If the fight was just don't die in the first 80 seconds, we would
Pass with flying colors. So I guess Grim, I think he asked what the prio is at some point during the last fight. Ads spawn every 45 seconds. So as long as the first set, or as long as the current set dies before the new ads start, that's all that really matters.
So we're not like saying kill left ones and then right. We're just saying do whatever you want.
Yeah, like if you can cleave, do it. But if they're like half health and there's 5 seconds for new ads, we might just call for a hard swap. I'm not quite sure where raid DPS is right now, because again the pull is a bit scuffed.
Fran, to answer your question, what's going to happen is you can let the DKs do it before you kill it. Me and Spikes are going to grip them because it just makes it easier. So we'll grip them to exactly where they're gonna where we want to kill them. So we'll grip them to like his back legs, and then we can kill him. So you don't want it to die in the air, but it will just be like you'll see on your side. What you'll see is I'll grip it down to his right leg, and just make sure you don't kill it before it hits his right leg. I'm not sure exactly how much health they have. I don't think you could accidentally one-shot it, but yeah. So don't kill it up in the air. That would be kind of unfortunate. Just 1 food buff missing, 1 soulstone missing, and I think we're good to go aside from that. Yeah, I noticed it wasn't a lot either, but yeah, I'm not sure if it was like 20k or like 50k. Here's a pull 10.
Yeah, that's right, friend. Wait, I'm like 20 seconds late on that. Don't mind me.
2, 1.
This place will serve as your tomb.
Sis, are you going to be judging light Or should Fest be doing that?
Ooh.
I just assumed I'd be doing it in the last phase.
Yeah.
And wisdom now since you're off tanking.
So let the tanks get these into the frost, please. And now these are the kill pile.
Excellent. New ads in 6.
So this will pretty much. Never mind. I'll just let them get in the ice and then go back to them.
Super Engine 0.
Oh, my bad.
Everyone move
Fine.
away.
Yeah, just don't get hit by the that.
Damn.
It's all good. It's all good.
Really, don't go on the other for now.
Do not kill square. Kill the other frost spheres.
I'll pop you, Cybot.
The scarabs can't be
Stop
tanked.
running.
Just so you guys know.
Pop Cybot.
Watch this.
Get away from
the
spikes.
And then kite him into that frost patch. And we shouldn't have to do any other weird things. Salt, wrong way, wrong way. Yep, you can just kite him right into it.
Bop Soltarian, or
Merge in 5.
We're going
Okay.
right back to where the ice was.
Look at star, Hroth and Frond. Pull square to me. And then kill the frost sphere on star. Directly on star.
I don't see square.
It's in the
I
air.
see it. Sorry.
Slightly to the right.
Could another DK grip that closer to the boss, please? Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Oxy and Cause, can you be a little further away from the stacks?
Further away?
Yeah, Cliff of Holy Light's splashing too much. For P3.
Left side is a bit high.
New ads up.
Vines, could you get spikes up? Grim, could you get Fest up?
Yep.
Good kiting, Pat.
That's bad. We should have pushed him in the phase 3 there.
What was his percentage? I didn't catch it.
It was like 45.
Alright, that's fine.
So
We're learning. We're learning.
yeah, it's okay. So these frost patches need to stay up for
On our
phase
loon.
3. So we're pretty much out of frost patches now.
You should bubble and just hold it. Nope.
Yeah, it's too late.
Does that saying our DPS isn't high enough in P1 and 2?
I think we're prioing the ads too much because the new ads we're killing them with like 10 seconds left before new ads start. So if we just need to like reallocate our raid DPS.
Maybe like I just shouldn't swap or something.
Yeah, if it hurts your DPS to swap and cleave, don't do it.
Yeah, so I think that's like maybe Frost DKs, Rogue, and Feral. You guys.
He's up.
Yep. Was it 52?
Alright, I'll keep pulling mine. Oxy, you'll just have to take them on yours.
I don't see the thing to grip. Is it not there?
But no,
There's no more.
Yeah, there's only 6 throughout the whole fight.
Might just let mine submerge.
Maybe we can just try to get him to 30 for the sake of showing, but this is pretty much just the wipe.
Yeah, because he's dead anyways.
It's no big deal, though.
So just try to like blast the boss and just cleave these things. We'll get him to 30 and we can get a view of what P3 looks like for a moment. I guess if we can get all these heads into OxyClean.
Yeah.
He's gonna get overwhelmed. He's at 31%. All right.
AoE taunt boots.
There's the
Oh, they're so
swarm.
fast. They're so fast.
And then it's super spooky. Okay, so there are marks showing up on the people with cold.
So the numbers I'm using aren't aligning with the marks. Do you want me to tell you what they are?
Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be different every single time. But
it looked like triangle was consistent, like the same number to same mark.
Yeah, tell me then.
Okay. I don't have them all right now. But give me a second.
That was a nice heads up play on pulling that other frost orb though.
I think we need to do loot, right?
We have 41 minutes on Beast Flute, so maybe we could do like. Well, I mean, so
I thought we had 30 minutes before the first attempt. But if you have a 40, it's fine.
Beast is at 41. All right. A couple people missing the feast. Just don't forget it. Some flasks are fading soon, and other than that, one soulstone is missing.
Healers, I swapped marks around. But it's kind of dynamic anyway, so never mind. If you're using the number add-on, the marks should line up with your number now.
Alright, here's a pull time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This place will serve as your tomb.
That orb. Okay, it's fine. Let's just start working on a noob while these are almost dead. And try to get in the habit of that.
Can we try to maybe have the ads a bit closer together?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm at like 5% movement speed.
We do like Hand of Freedoms while y'all are positioning.
Sure. Finish these ads off. Is it on?
Cat.
We want the frost shot down, yeah?
Yeah, all the orbs shut down.
Except for square, right?
Everything.
I think Reaper's DCing. I've just lagged.
Still got some orbs up that we need to be shooting down.
Best bop the next person when they get near the ice.
Haku. Immersion 10.
We use one too many here.
Yeah, we're when you're bopped, you need to just sit and not go on the ice immediately.
Whale into him.
Guys, would you want to just hero here for the sake of practice?
Yeah.
That's
down.
down.
Just
Cat
hero.
is dead.
Like 30 seconds to get him down 15%. $15 seconds to do 10%. Just primarily be on him right now. Cleave off of him.
Yeah, don't kite him.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
That was a few seconds early. I guess it's
Yeah.
a window.
He was
I
right on
think-
the time around my side.
I think if we had the 3 people that are dead up and hero, I think we would have been able to push it there.
I'm just surprised we like needed hero. I mean, I guess we're still only a few attempts in, but
We can do 2 burrows, right? It's just that we can't use like all 4 of them or all 3 of them in the first one. We need to use 2 and 2.
Yeah, so when I'm calling for bop, that's because when you have bop and he's doing that thing, the spikes, that's not going to hurt you at all. So what you're able to do is run to the edge of the ice while you're bopped. You sit there for a minute, and then like a second before bop is going to fall off, you run onto the ice. I don't know the exact timing, but like you run onto the ice before it's going to start damaging you, and then that prevents him from like gaining too much speed and stuff.
one thing I was also gonna add tanks. I'm not sure if it's like, well, off tanks. I'm not sure how much is possible, but like if you could maybe bring them in like just a few feet closer to a noob side.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like I'm scared of the 10 yards. That's all.
Yeah. I know that's like the reason we have them on separate sides, but I just meant like, is that the closest we can bring them in then to each other? Where they're at now?
I'm just having a tricky time visualizing it. But I can definitely bring him closer.
Well, it'll be something that like you'll see on his debuff, right? Like the guy.
Yeah,
targeting.
but it's it
It'll
like
be slow to
fucks you up
undo.
extremely quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be.
Well, what I was just gonna say is, I mean, for the
We'll get him closer.
DKs spreading diseases, I'm not sure how many other people's AoE this is gonna apply to, but like, I'm only a few yards away from a lot more of my shit splashing from 2 of them to 4 of them. So
Perfect,
if
yeah.
that means
We'll get him a
like,
little bit closer.
Is it? Are we? We're not AoEing them down in P3 at all, right?
I think we're going to be killing the first set of ads and then.
Yeah, kill the first. if everyone's up, we can just let the second set submerge. And then by the time the third ads come up, the boss should die. Ideally.
Just because what I'm worried about is like heals splashing off of Ozzy and Oxy onto people because we're trying to position too close. Another thing, Kazi, you mentioned there. So while y'all are positioning, I'll hand a freedom Kazi and Oxy. You can just do it to yourself. That way you aren't slowed and aren't having issues.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. During so in the second set of ads spawn in phase 1, I'd like everyone to just keep training the boss and just do pure passive cleave on the ads. And keep AoEing or keep damaging the boss as Cat is kiting him before the submerge. And only then are we gonna swap to and kill the ads. Anyone that is targeted for his first like submerged jaws phase thing, just get bopped, and that should buy us enough time to kill the ads and start the phase proper.
You still need to kite like properly, like a few seconds before getting the bop.
Yeah, kite just in front of the frost patch, and then as soon as the bop runs out, run him into it.
Do try to make sure you're not running like Bop's not infinite range. It's only 30 yards, I think. So try to make sure you're not like running away from the paladin that's trying to bop you.
There's a feast down. Just make sure you're using it. A handful of people don't have it, and a couple flasks missing. Just refresh them, please. Yeah, that is really Salt. Good point. Like the only thing you could possibly need to boots for between P1 and P2. So if it does pick you, easy boots. Thrawn, just check your flask and Kathea food buff.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I guess that's something mentioned too. If it's like going very, very slow, it's probably worth not going and standing right next to the ice patch immediately.
Do we have any of the shamans dropping in our totem, or do we plan on having that?
I think Ohaku could do it. I think he was doing it for beasts with no issue.
Yeah, that'll help in P3.
Does that share a school with the healing stream totem?
It's air, I believe, right?
Okay.
I think he's otherwise has nothing really for air.
Right.
Here's pull 10.
You can also get fairly close to the boss without pulling.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This place will serve as your tomb.
I use my bop. Oxy, you're gonna be first bop.
Okay.
Can one of the other DKs pull skull down? I fucked up. To his right leg. Thanks.
He's close enough.
Yeah. All mine are hitting right now. That's a big sweet spot.
Submerge in 5.
Kill the ads. And also bring down the frost orbs.
Try and move. Try and move.
A boppy turn.
Bob now.
Too far. Too far.
I was lucky. B is someone in the middle of the room.
That's bad for the.
On
On
Aaron.
Bob.
Oxy still got this one?
Yep.
Cool. Bob.
Bob.
Just stand in front of the patch so you can stand still.
Oh, that's the fake frost trap I dropped. My bad.
Go over the
Well, it's
patch.
a different color.
Just kite. Don't pop any ice. Try to kite only.
Be ready to train the boss when it comes up. Move it back to the spot.
Do you want run up?
Yeah, please. Are you able to? Are you slowed? Can you get? Great.
Dead.
Actually, can you taunt his? Grim, can you pick up Kaz?
On the road.
Should be able to beat the submerge. Just primarily stay on him right now. Got like 10 seconds. Just everything on a noob right now, please. We're very close.
The timers are wrong.
Yeah, it's just off by a few. So I mean, we can just say like add 5 seconds, but that was so close.
That was a lot closer.
And that was without hero.
Oh, we didn't hero. Yeah, that's an easy phase 3 then. Try and kill these ads, and let's try and practice this submerge phase a little bit if we can.
Do you want me to try to grab Oxy's ads?
We're gonna die after that. I just want to practice the phase 2. Good job, Reaper.
Do we only want to go through one phase 2,
Sometimes.
or because we should be still fine, right?
2 of them. Not. It just can't be a third.
Yeah, this is the second one, so we're
Oh wait,
on
yes,
target
I am.
right
There
now.
shouldn't be a second. Yeah, this
So
one we
it's-
shouldn't be.
So we're planning on only one phase 2.
Yes.
Is there any reason we're pushing so hard for the only one phase 2?
This makes the fight easier. And there's only 6 total frost patches.
Yeah, but only if you only use 2 each.
So this is the health thing, where it just kind of like healers need to be on their mark.
We didn't have Blessing Light up. I don't know if that was accident or what.
No, the fight was a wipe.
Yeah.
So that's like a dot that takes you down to really low HP, right?
So it's like I think it's 10%, where it takes 10% of your health every like 2 seconds, but it's the 10. It's not like your overall health; it's how much health you have at the moment. So like each one gets smaller and smaller.
Right.
So like it's kind of like by design, you're going to be chilling like sub 50% HP like the whole remainder of the fight. I think usually you're kind of coasting around like 30%.
Yeah, I
Can we
think the
get
Oxy died there because I was trying to run after Quinn to bop him. And so he just wasn't getting heals.
Could I get a Jeeves?
There you go.
What are those
Look
loot timers
literally
at?
Beast is at 23. We should probably do that now. I'm
We,
gonna drop a
we,
feast now, though. The feast is right next to the skull.
we can just do everything. Should be quick, I guess.
Alright. For the sake of time, well, here, give me 1 second to just add these. I'm gonna here. So what we'll do is I'll add all the loot now. We'll spend a few minutes doing this, and then like if you need to step away for a moment, just wait till after the loot window, please. I'm not sure. All right, so this should be right. Right. I'm gonna now do the LC guest thing. So whoever wins this, I'll just pull you up with us. I'll share my screen so you can see. So the lowest roll, or 69, will be the guest for this, and so I would say this is gonna take us a few minutes just because this is a new tier. So I would say probably you could step away to like 10:15, maybe 10:20. But we'll try to be as quick as we can.
A 10-minute break, or
Yeah, let's just call it a 10-minute. Let me see if I can do that.
Trophy of the Crusaders for the not the max tier, but it's the middle tier, right?
245.
At 2:45, yeah. So if you need tier, that should be you should be clicking this.
Who won that? I guess Arloon. Nobody else wanted it. Congrats, Arloon. Add you to the add-on as like the guest. So
Did you did you did you read what I put in officer chat? Because the trophies are also gated by emblems, so just giving 4 trophies to one person doesn't really matter because they don't have the emblems to buy it. That's if we also do 10s and they do their heroic daily every single day. Even then, they can only buy, I think, 2 pieces. I don't know. I kind of just want to spread it out. Spread, and then I almost want to just stack the heroic pieces for people where tiers bis, because that'll probably give a bigger like raid damage increase than just spreading out the heroic tier. Sure. Let's go. Yeah, and we're gonna be swimming in these, so like it's not. Yeah. Yeah. I have my tank belt on right now. I have phase 2. I'm using the cinch. It's phase 2 bis belt. Toss up. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, of course. But like actually. Sounds great. You definitely are right, yeah. Again, I think trophies also drop in 10-man or 10s. So I mean, after 3 weeks, we're just gonna be swimming in these. It's not really gonna be an issue. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think we should really worry too much about who gets the first trophies, because everyone's gonna end up getting them. Sure, yeah. Let's go down the line. I already. Oh wait, no, I didn't. It did. Yeah, we just need to execute at this point. Thanks. So we just need to more or less clean up phase 1 and phase 2. I don't really think we need to change any strats. We just need to execute a little bit better. That being
Was him
said,
doing the dot on all of us? Was that phase 3?
yeah, once he casts Leeching Swarm, that's the start of phase 3. And on that note, is anyone confused or not 100% certain on what they need to do for phase 3?
I feel like I died super fucking fast once that phase started. I don't know if it's because we like had a tank down and so the ads were like stacked together.
Judgmental Light wasn't up.
I mean, I stopped
which
healing.
which is what's gonna sustain you. Also, it was gonna be a wipe as of like when that submerge started before we even pushed them into 30%.
You also had
because
Oh,
penetrating
you
cold.
also. Or sorry, go ahead, please.
Yeah, you also had penetrating cold.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
Oh,
that's
did
that's
I?
what
Oh.
that's what healers have to manage. If you get low, you can like Hellstone to help us out, but each of us has an assign to handle those because that's going to be doing like it's 6k damage every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had that one also.
It's all good.
Otherwise, you don't have to think about that at all.
Yeah, if you have penetrating cold and you die, it's Sorry, healers. 100% the healer's fault. Who's assigned to you?
99%, they could Hellstone.
True.
I used bark skin.
Got him.
But that's... I mean, phase 3 is literally all on the healers. The fight doesn't change at all for DPS as long as like healing stream totems and Justice of the Light is up. That will just passively keep us above the threshold of dying. And it pretty much makes Leeching Swarm a non-issue.
So are we AoEing the first set of ads in every phase and then just focusing the boss for the second set?
Yes. Yeah, there should only be one phase 2, so that little rule of DPS in the ads should only apply once in the first phase 1.
Let's just double check soul stones, please.
And flasks.
Shar said he had something to add. Sorry if I didn't hear you.
It's
what's up,
getting
man?
really...
Oh, sorry, I just got back around. Awesome work tonight, by the way. Congrats, you guys are awesome. I would say for locks, Soltarian, what I would say is it's actually best to seed the ads and keep your single target going off the boss so that you're doing all the above, but do not seed off the boss to the ads, if that makes sense. As my understanding, that's like sort of the best overall way to push damage totally for the phase for locks in particular.
All right, that's
all
what we'll
right.
do.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do a pull 10 here.
Yep.
Here we go.
We got 3, maybe 4 good pulls left in us.
5,
Let's make them count.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This place will serve as your tomb.
You don't need to pull them out like that.
They should have stopped.
Yeah, I didn't get an interrupt.
Clean start.
Sand the boss.
Get down orbs.
Grim, can you pick up? Oh, never mind. Get a stone. Just get buffs on vines, please.
New target soon. Please.
Please.
You want me to grab him this bop or?
Yeah.
I should be
Okay.
good. I got boots.
Don't be in the line.
Sorry, I thought you said you were good.
I thought I was.
Vines, can you get Blaze up? Bella, can you onk? If you can't, let me know.
I can't.
Grim, can you get Bella, please? Can you innovate Bella as well, please?
Hero. got it easy.
Elisa.
Judgment on him.
What's up?
We don't
Make
have
sure
him
we're
shot.
cleaving these ads down.
We don't have him shot on the boss.
Next ads are up.
Right, someone else is gonna have to keep light up.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm done.
Dead.
So at one point, the Nerby and Ruros teleported to do their Shadow Step thing because the cast it gets sped up the closer they are to each other. So Roth, while you wanted them close so you can cleave them all, that could one-shot a Raider if they because the two inner ones benefited from 3 instead of just 1.
Yeah, but that should be
We can adjust them.
Yeah. Well, slightly.
Was I wrong when I said that there was no M shot on the boss at the end?
I don't know if aim shot has 100% uptime, does it?
It does if you have the thing for it. The glyph. I wasn't in the right spec though.
It's okay. Yeah, we'll definitely need that because phase 3 starts at 30 and we wiped and he was at 30.
Yeah, we did absolutely no damage to the boss, essentially.
Which is
in
fine.
like
He is going to spike up while everyone's full health and like he's leeching a lot more life compared to whenever we're all at really low health. But that was good.
Yeah, I
Just
forgot
also
to switch
healer.
to aim shot. Because
Healers. Good. Sorry. Healers, just make sure that you're only healing the tanks and you're penetrating cold assignment. We need people just on minimum HP.
Yeah, it's a delicate balancing act for the healers to learn, and it's kind of like you're not learning unless we're getting to P3 on that attempt. So, there's a feast down. Make sure grabbing the feast. I'll make sure I'm calling for it too, but make sure you have that macro button somewhere on your screen. So when I call for it at the start of P3, you're pressing it. That's the thing that's going to get rid of your commanding shout, your fortitude, and use a mighty frost protection potion. Those together will just the help you live, but also heal him less is the goal there.
Can you just call out when we use that?
Yeah, I'll do it at the start of P3. Sorry, I a little overwhelmed myself. I'm just gonna well, actually buffs look fine. So if your flask is low, you might want to repop it. Just make sure it's up during the fight. If we could make sure you have pull stones, and I'll do a pull 20 here just so people have a moment of extra time. That was a really good attempt though.
Real quick, why are we heroing like a little bit into it instead of at the beginning?
to make sure we hit the target.
3, 2, 1.
Gets this up.
I have a soul stone.
Okay.
And also we're kind of pulling orbs down and setting up, so it's a little... that was
Oh
bad.
yeah, that's true.
I put mine in a bad fucking spot.
You can probably adjust them. Yeah.
Next side's in 5. Kill these ads.
You don't move right away into the ads in case you get to the
You're down
target.
orbs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have moved away from it.
Are you shooting down the orbs? We don't need to pull them down like that.
One of my ads submerged.
Go to the ice patch, super. Just stand there.
I know. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Go on it.
You target soon.
Fastest your bot.
Yep.
Oxy.
Me?
Yep, pop Grim.
Oh, please do it.
Swap to
Wait,
the
what?
Burrower if you're free to.
You said yours is down, right?
No, I said alright.
Oh, I thought you said can.
That was wrong.
Yeah,
Not
we
good.
we should just swipe. We can't do it like this.
Did I fuck up?
Yeah,
Yes.
just swipe
Yeah.
it, just swipe it, just swipe it. The ice goes away when he like shatters it.
Yeah,
thought I was supposed to-
those two that we spawn at the start of phase 1 need to be up for the whole fight.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the burrowers
Yeah.
can't submerge.
Can we all be closer when we're pulling? We don't need to be so far back. It's similar to Hodier. We have a super short like pull radius.
Sure.
We're not releasing, or are we?
Let's just release. It'll be faster. Takes a moment. Sorry about the scuffed pull at the start. I kind of
good. I was actually gonna ask if we need 2 grippers to like.
It's not even
pinpoint
that. It's
the-
just his hit. Like it doesn't spawn until he spawns, and his hitbox is like fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's like on the second attempt, I ended up mistakenly like gripping him, and then I was like trying to be like super careful not to do that, and I just went way too wide.
You might be able to angle your camera and do a targeting macro.
I think I'm just gonna come in further from the right. I'll clean it up. It was just a stupid mistake.
It's all good. I only think we're like 5 holes in, so.
Like you can be all the way up to the here on the edge of this thing without pulling.
Food buffs and flasks look good. Just get the last soul stones up, and I think priest buffs, and we are good to go. Here's a pull 10.
Five, four, three, two, one.
This place will serve as your tomb.
Somebody's gotta get the left orb.
Get spikes up, please. Okay. They're in a fine spot. Alright, just stay on the burrows.
Watch out, melee. He's very close to us, so if it targets you, you're gonna break the ice.
Back towards.
Hogger just makes sure not on the ice.
New target soon. Warwick. Let's be fast, Bob.
Yep.
You pop. New target soon. Kazi.
Don't be in his path.
Yeah,
Mega
Bob.
mode. No. Should be, yep, merge.
Too far away from the patch, maybe?
Yeah, you're a
Oh,
bit too
I
far
gotta go
away right
further
now.
back.
Yeah, there's another, yeah.
I bet. You're a good cat.
Paz, would you want to hear out here?
Yeah.
Just use that now, please.
I think one of Axie burrowed.
We killed it.
No, there's one burrowed.
Yeah.
Is anybody else lagging like crazy right now, or is it just me?
Not me.
Not me.
A lot of frames for me too.
We got there in the bro.
Clean phase
P3.
3. Aim shadow full time.
Aim shots up.
Only penetrating cold targets.
Use your macros, please.
We're still cleaving these ads pretty heavily, by the way.
ESEC if we have it, says.
VSAC.
Next ad soon.
Good.
I think we're having a rough time setting ourselves up for like success. Like we're having just small issues that are snowballing, but it also just seems like going right into P3 just seems like a huge block. Like I guess once we stabilize with low HP, it'll feel different, but it's just crazy how much healing he's doing.
Arloon, can you take out Glyph of Holy Light? Until I think for progression, it'll be better for us to just take that off. I can send you extra glyphs.
Somebody asked about like how the healing for like the mechanic for P3 works. So the leeching swarm debuff on its own isn't really gonna kill anybody. What's gonna kill or like that didn't start to happen until like other things started to become problems. The bigger issue is kind of the leeching swarm plus like penetrating cold or the tanks. I think those like the first few deaths were all people that were either penetrating cold or they got melee down. So like those people are the ones that are important to heal, but just anybody that's not actively tanking or doesn't have that debuff should be able to survive long periods of time without a heal. So it looks like the only person that died just straight up to the leeching swarm before things got too messy.
Yeah, I think the threshold was like 250 HP, so as long as you have more than that, it won't kill you.
Mm-hmm. And Justice of Light healing, Judgment of Light healing should cover that for melee at least. And then the shaman should have healing stream totems to help even more. And vampiric embrace healing as well. But like that should be the only healing everyone but the 5 penetrating cold and the tanks get. If there's like
Jeeves.
I think 3 people did.
Oh, just now.
Yeah, man,
Oh
they're
shit!
up.
Never mind. All right, I see.
They're floating about.
Alright.
I clicked 20 and I didn't eat, my bad.
And yeah, just a reminder: save your potion cooldown for P3 for the frost protection potion. That's just gonna help you live through if you get picked for the penetrating cold, and I think that's really kind of like the most important thing at the moment, just getting good proper P3 experience. Cybot, are you okay?
Yeah, I just didn't have a food buff.
Okay. Then here's a pull 10. I imagine, bad mayor, you just need to eat too. I imagine we have 1, maybe 2 more attempts, but we will prioritize hard stopping 11 tonight instead of killing him tonight. So if he's still up at 11, I think we have 2 more pulls in us. And if he's still up, then we'll probably just save it for Monday. Here's a pull 10. Make sure you have your hellstone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This place will serve as your tomb. Another soul.
Spikes is down. Get him up, please.
Right side orb needs to be dragged down, please.
Are we getting spikes up?
Yeah, either you please just grab him. Spikes, are you taunting him? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I was on the orb. It somehow switched to him. I don't know.
Alright.
Are you using a mouse over for it?
No.
Foxy, I think you're just a bit too far on the left. Huh?
Oh, you want me to like center him more? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was a bit too far for my AoE to hit him.
So melee, be careful if he targets you. You want to get away from these spikes, from this frost quickly.
Range shoot down the orbs. On dark leg.
Oh, the orbs are
Keep
down. Good job.
That's next.
One.
New target? Look for it.
Like.
He's coming up in 3 seconds.
Don't get him
Get
too
ready
far
to
away.
guess.
Try not to go through the patches if you can while you guide him over. Nice. Maybe like 10 more steps if you can. That's perfect. It's perfect.
Oxy, never mind.
I think we should hero here. Can we hero?
Yeah, go for it.
We got plenty of time, I think. We got 30 seconds.
Those ads died at the perfect time. Really good job.
Try to be cleaving off them, not cleaving off him. Let's get these to go down cleanly. Alright. Here we go. Use your macros. Use your macros. Consume a frost potion.
One of mine submerged. I'll have shield wall for it, so it's okay. New ads.
That's down.
Dead.
It does seem like there is kind of like at the start of P3, there's like a wall where his self healing equals his damage taken. But then like as we're passing it, like we see him going down now. Like
Yeah, because everyone
just-
starts at full health, and then as they're getting chipped down.
Yeah.
Like, so
healing
phase
from
3
that.
really starts at like 35%.
yeah. So I guess what I'm just saying is like it's kind of like it idles at 30 for a moment. But I'm down to like 21 there.
Once we were all
Okay,
welcome.
so I know this isn't a usual raid night, so let's call it here. All the loot's out, so we're done for the evening. We will send an announcement out, talking about what the plan for Monday will be, but obviously this will be where we start. A lot of people signed up for Sunday night tens raids. In the near future, we'll have that on the Wednesday or like Wednesday Monday schedule, but for now, that's just going to be this Sunday. So Monday will probably be this, maybe like Anixia, like a skip around Ulduar run and VOA possibly. So thanks for coming tonight. We'll probably harass you to watch some P3 Anub Jordy videos, but otherwise, great job tonight. I know we didn't full clear, but we are just kind of completely skipping the normal mode and learning the mechanics from scratch with a heroic mode. So it is honestly pretty solid, like really solid tonight.
Ross, VOA doesn't start until Tuesday.
Oh, great. Then I don't have to worry about that. Thank you. That's fucking weird, but okay. Thank you. I had no idea.
That's what they did in World War.
I don't remember that at all. All right.
It's in the. It was a small thing in the patch notes. Somebody reposted and I scanned through it.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes it one less thing I have to worry about for this week because I know people will be wanting their tier. Would anybody want to do a heroic plus Nexus with me so I can keep
Yes.
farming?
Yeah, I can do that.
Plus,
Was that 5 already?
What's it?
Invite
Triumph?
me.
Wait, Triumph? Is that what they're called?
What?
Emblem
Oh,
of
the
Triumph, yeah.
badges?
Alright, so I got Cybot and Super. And Bella, did you say you want to go?
Yeah, I can go.
And Oxy too.
Okay, I think that's a squad.
I definitely don't think we're going to be doing any Uban Yags.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, I was honestly doing that, and I was just like,
Well, one thing you can dynamically swap too.
yeah,
if we
I was just
wanted to-
thinking I could see it being something where, like, just from the rip, it's like, all right, we got up the faction champs heroic. Let's do normal and get out of here before.
I've also heard that double disc priest is actually really good for new part mode. 'Cause,
Listen, I've been told that double disc priest is hot trash. Sorry.
One of the
It's purely for
Matt
phase 3.
yes, because they can cover like all the penetrating colds, plus higher uptime on inspiration with penance, plus double pain sub. That's super nice. I'm just saying.
Well, I can bring my priest Friday night, and we can
We-
try that.
Are
We
you on the
kind
roster?
of need. We would need Domingo and Shadow for his Vamp Embrace healing, though.
We try it, yeah.
I don't know. That's a fun fight, though. There's like a lot of shit going on.
I think all the fights in 2GC are kind of fun.
Yeah.
Beside the.
It's my favorite part. It's the new phase, figuring out fights, speed bumps, progress.
Honestly, I wouldn't say I dislike any of them. I think that like
Faction Champs was fucking long.
Beasts. Well,
Oh
I think
yeah.
our faction champs. I feel like we're doing something wrong there.
We're
Yeah, I'm
just
not sure if we let tons of healing go, but I also was like dead at 3 minutes in, and I was like 6th on damage at the end of the fight.
I noticed that fight taking like 5-6 minutes. Just looking off logs.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I was getting counterspelled a ton.
I
Might be
mean,
able
we
to
one-shot it, so
almost. I'm pretty sure we could drop a healer for sure there, and then try and focus down the first dude faster. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, I actually think like none of those like everything that people were saying. I feel like even like people were saying like Drax, this is like super duper boring because it's like two-face roll. I don't even feel like that was that bad. Like I was really enjoying it.
It's mostly just that, like the face is easy, is what a lot
Yeah.
of people don't like.
I know for that PvP fight, I was barely healing. All I was doing was getting all those dispels out.
I really need to get a drink, and I'll be back.
looks like 4 guilds cleared a noob.
On Westfall?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Oh, 4 Avenue? When I was looking, it was
Sure. Mad Note and the boys, Pure and Night. I don't know. I don't know
What the fuck
who
is
number
that?
2 and 3 are.
Well,
Man,
look at
no,
how
and the
many
boys.
wipes they had, by the way. They wiped for
Oh my!
over 3 hours.
I wasn't gonna say
Who
that,
did?
but
What'd you say?
They spent over 3 hours wiping on a noob.
Sure
I
did.
mean, it's a hard fight.
No, pure.
Pure.
Who the hell is
it's a hard fight. But like,
They're the people who claim to have all these top 100 retail raiders or whatever. And then when you look at like their logs, you're like, they're not even like top 100 on Westfall. So what are they good at?
I know Knight's
Mm.
really good because they usually are like 1 or 2 ahead of us on Prague. I think, right?
Yeah, Knight's decent.
Mad Note, is that like Mad?
It's just
The
him and
guy
his boys,
that
dude.
is in Yang.
Dirty Mad now. They had a
The
soup
Mad Lab.
kitchen in a
Tank that
noob's
needs the
room.
daily, by the way.
Kristoff's in that
We
group. A good warrior.
we just filled a group. Sorry about that, Shara.
Oh no, it's all good. I just went like for like Nexus for the emblems or whatever. We have everything but a tank going.
I'll tank one, but like after this Nexus I'm doing.
Nexus is the daily though.
He's going on his road.